Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sawyer Center on the campus of Southern Nazarene University here in Bethany, Oklahoma, where today the Crimson Storm face off against Arkansas Tech. Both the men and women to follow here this afternoon. We'll start with the women's game between the Crimson Storm and the Golden Suns, and then we will follow that up at 3 o'clock with the men, Southern Nazarene men, against the Wonder Boys of Arkansas Tech. Southern Nazarene comes into today's game 5-5 with a 3-3 record in the Great American Conference so far this season, while Arkansas Tech comes in with an 8-1 record, 4-1 in conference play. Southern Nazarene got back in the win column at the end of the year against Midwestern State after dropping 5 in a row, 3 of those in conference play. They have come into the game having won 2 straight. With Thursday night's 1-point win over Harding, another evening their conference record at 3-3. Arkansas Tech comes in at 8-1, 4-1 in the Great American Conference. And today's game will be a battle of differing styles. Arkansas Tech comes in leading the conference in scoring at 85 points per game, while Southern Nazarene averaging just 65.5 per game. So it'll be a tall task for the Crimson Storm to keep pace with the Golden Suns in this afternoon's matchup. Defensively, Arkansas Tech allows just 62.5 points per game. So they're outscoring their opponents by an average of almost 23 points per game. So their 8-1 record has been a stalwart 8-1 record so far this season. Arkansas Tech comes in forcing 23 turnovers per game, and 14 of those coming on steals, while SNU has done a good job this season taking care of the ball, averaging just 16.2 turnovers this season. The Southern Nazarene's main issue this season has been just putting the ball in the basket, averaging just 36.5% shooting from the field, 30.5% from three-point range, and 66% from the foul line. Arkansas Tech comes in shooting 44% from the field. Not a great three-point shooting team, just 32.5% for the season. And they get to the line quite frequently, over 20 times per game. And they hit almost 73% of their foul shots once they get there. For the Golden Suns, they're led by, excuse me while I was pulling my notes around here, they're led in scoring by Jayana Sanders, comes in averaging 15.5 points per game. She is their leading scorer, shooting 51% from the field and 36.5% from three-point range. She is a freshman, 5'6" freshman from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Second leading scorer of the team is Lyric Williams. She comes off the bench and averages 12.5 points a game and also leads the team in rebounding with 9 rebounds per game. She is a junior from Crystal, Minnesota by way of Kilgore College. Kavanche Stackhouse averages 12.5 points per game as well for the Golden Suns. She is a freshman from Helena West, Helena, Arkansas. Cheyenne North, averaging 10 points a game, is the 4th player in double figures for the Golden Suns. She averages 8.1 rebounds as well, second on the team, and leads the team with 25 blocks. 6-foot senior from Gallatin, Tennessee, by way of Kansas City Community College. For the Crimson Storm, again, 5-5 record. They are undefeated here at home, 4-0 so far this season. The road has been their problem child so far this year at 1-5. All of their 5-game losing streak did come on the road before they were able to snap that at Midwestern State on December 30th. Great way to ring in the new year by snapping that and coming in on a positive note. They're led in scoring by Adrian Berry, averaging 15.8 points per game. She is what makes this offense go, and if she's having an off day, it's been difficult for the Crimson Storm to get other people to step up so far this season. She's shooting 34% from three-point range and also averages 3.1 assists per game. Alexis Jones, a freshman from Burleson, Texas, the second leading scorer with 10.7 points per game. She also, at just 5'8", is their leading rebounder at 5.8 rebounds per game. Also leads them in assists with 49 so far this season, 4.9 per game, and also has 21 steals, which leads the team. Irene Perez, 5'5" sophomore, third leading scorer on the team, 7.3 points per game. She also has 20 assists and 16 steals. Sydney Carolina, second leading rebounder on the team, 5.5 rebounds per game, and she also averages 5.5 points per game. Crimson Storm are led in three-point shooting by Kennedy Gillette, shooting 43% from three-point range and about 16 minutes per game so far this season off the bench. Crimson Storm will need her to get things going from deep if they want to keep pace with the Golden Suns today. Abby Nihus, freshman from Mustang, leads the team in blocks with 23. She's been a great presence off the bench so far and has started 3 games so far this season, averaging 18.5 minutes per game. Leading the team in shooting at 58.5%. She leads, like I said, she leads the team in blocks with 23. Also averages 5.2 rebounds per game. So a tall task today for the Crimson Storm against Arkansas Tech. We will take a short break, and then we will be back with the starting national anthem and starting lineups and tip-off here in just a few minutes.
University for today's game between the Golden Suns of Arkansas Tech and your SNU Crimson Storm. At this time, we ask you to rise for a word of prayer and remain standing for our national anthem. Our gracious Lord, we thank you so much for the holiday season that we just had. We thank you so much that we can lean upon you, that we can declare that you are the Lord and Savior of all that is. We thank you for what you do in our lives. Now we pray, God, that you'll bless this event today. We thank you for our participants, and we pray that they will have good health throughout this contest. And finally, Lord, we ask that on this new year that you will shine
Now for the starting lineups. First for Arkansas Tech.
At guard, a 5'6" freshman from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, number 11, Jayana Sanders. At guard, a 5'9" junior from Ozark, Arkansas, number 12, Kylie Ladd. At forward, a 6' senior from Gallatin, Tennessee, number 21, Cheyenne North. At forward, a 6' sophomore from Springdale, Arkansas, number 22, Ryan Goodsell. And at guard, a 5'8" freshman from Helena, Arkansas, number 24, Kivachi Stackhouse. And now the starting lineup for your Crimson Storm. At guard, a 5'8" freshman from Burleson, Texas, number 5, Alexis Jones. At guard, a 5'11" junior from Oklahoma City, Mount St. Mary, number 10, Adrian Berry. At forward, a 6'2" freshman from Mustang, Oklahoma, number 14, Abby Nehus. At forward, a 6' sophomore from Spain, number 20, Irene Perez. And at guard, a 5'10" freshman from Heritage Hall in Denton, Oklahoma, number 22, Kennedy Gillette. Head coaches Derek Doris, assistant coach Logan Martin and Alan Cooper.
So there you have it, the starting lineups for the Golden Suns and the Crimson Storm. Again, running through them for Arkansas Tech, Jayana Sanders, Kylie Ladd, Cheyenne North, Ryan Goodsell, and Kavanche Stackhouse. And for the Crimson Storm, two freshmen in the starting lineup today. Alexis Jones, Adrian Berry, Irene Perez, Abby Nehus, and Kennedy Gillette. Kennedy Gillette making her first start of her young career today for the Crimson Storm. So we're all set here to go. Arkansas Tech in the green and yellow uniforms. SNU in their home whites. SNU will be moving right to left across your television screens, while Arkansas Tech will move left to right to start this first half. Nehus and North jump it up, and Nehus comes down with it as Alexis Jones working on the right wing. Gets a screen from Nehus, kicks it over to Irene Perez. Swings it across the right wing to Gillette. Nehus battling with Goodsell in the post, loses it, saves it back out top to Adrian Berry. 10 on the shot clock as Alexis Jones gets a screen from Nehus, drives down the lane, puts it up with the left hand, rolls off the rim, no good. North with the rebound, up ahead to Sanders. Sanders guarded by Gillette. Sanders puts up the jumper, is short, and Nehus with the rebound. Gives it up to Alexis Jones, pushes it up the floor to Gillette, goes in for the layup, double clutches, and it rolls off the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Alexis Jones, and she'll reset the offense. Adrian Berry, 4-3 from the right wing. It's good. Great hustle from Alexis Jones to get that offensive rebound, and Berry knocks down the first three of the game. Kylie Ladd over to Sanders, who's guarded by Alexis Jones. Goodsell at the left elbow. Back to Sanders, gets into North, kicks into the corner to Ladd. Pump fake, drives, dishes it off to North. Surrounded in the paint, puts it up, and it's good. And she is fouled by Abby Nehus. North was able to get around a triple team there, and Abby Nehus collects her first foul of the game. And Cheyenne North will shoot one to short on the free throw, but Goodsell comes down with the rebound. Drop steps into the lane, and she traveled. Terrific defense there by Kennedy Gillette to wall off the interior of the paint there. And Southern Nazarene holding a 3-2 lead early. Take the ball out. Arkansas Tech extending a little bit of full court pressure to start this game. Jones over to Gillette. Press up the court to Berry, who breaks the press just fine. Over to Jones on the right wing. Dribbles down, gets it down low to Nihus, swings it out to Irene Perez for three. It's no good. Stackhouse with the rebound, pushing tempo up the court. Looked like she walks. No call. She throws up a wild shot that's no good, but Jones comes down with it. Kicks it in the corner to Gillette, who drives right down the lane, puts it up and in. No fear from the freshman Kennedy Gillette early. She gives Southern Nazarene a 5-2 lead with 8 minutes to go. Kylie Ladd, drive and kick. Sanders with it. Three-pointer top of the key. No good. Barry with the rebound. Alexis Jones pushing ahead to Irene Perez. Perez stops, pops in the lane, and it's good. Southern Nazarene using the tempo to their advantage so far in this one. Kylie Ladd working around a Goodsell screen, gives it to Sanders. Goodsell down low, and it's stolen away from Irene Perez. Great double team there. Adrian Berry working the ball up the court against Stackhouse. Gives it up to Alexis Jones. Irene Perez weaving down the lane. Stops, swings it back out to Jones. Jones for three. Off the back iron, no good, and Sanders has the rebound. Sanders pushing tempo. Euro steps around Adrian Berry, and it rolls off the rim, no good. Abby Nehus collects the rebound, and it looks like she is fouled by Kavanche Stackhouse. Substitutions for Arkansas Tech. Number 14, Lyric Williams into the game. And number 20, J.C. Higgins into the game. Stackhouse and Goodsell take a seat. Full court pressure still for the Golden Suns. Irene Perez working the ball down the middle of the court. Breaks the press, no problem. It's up to Alexis Jones. Arkansas Tech in a 2-3 zone early. Perez probing down the middle. Puts it up off the glass and good. And Southern Nazarene off to a terrific start here. 9-2 lead with 6:40 to go first quarter. Higgins with it, working against Irene Perez. And errant pass over to Sanders, who took her eye off the ball, and it goes out of bounds to Southern Nazarene. And Arkansas Tech will take a quick timeout. We will take that timeout with them. We will be right back after this brief break. Welcome back to the Sawyer Center here on the campus of Southern Nazarene University, where the Crimson Storm off to a great start here. Lead 9-2 with 6.5 minutes to go first quarter against the Arkansas Tech Golden Suns. Alexis Jones working around an Abby Nehus screen. Nehus was open, missed her. Kennedy Gillette working down the lane. Goes up to Perez. Perez finds Abby Nehus. Up top to Adrian Berry. Stops, pops, top of the key for three, and it's good. Southern Nazarene looks very confident early. And a terrific start here, up 12-2. Kylie Ladd puts up a three of her own. It's off the back iron, no good, and Alexis Jones comes down with the rebound. Gets around the double team in the press and throws the ball over Kennedy Gillette's head out of bounds for the turnover. Not a great look there. Cheyenne North inbounds it to Kylie Ladd, who will bring it up the court against Kennedy Gillette. Sanders on the right wing, over to North, up top. Drives down the lane, kick out to Sanders for 3. Short, the front iron. Alexis Jones with it, pushing tempo. Down the lane, out to Irene Perez for a 3 of her own, and it's off the front rim, no good. Adrian Berry gets it back in the corner for 3, and it's good. Adrian Berry on fire to start this game. She is 3 for 3 from three-point range and has 9 of Southern Nazarene's 15 points. 15-2, Crimson Storm early. And an errant pass from Cheyenne North is stolen by Jones. Jones goes all the way, lays it up, no good. And she is fouled, getting the offensive rebound. Cheyenne North going over the back on that offensive board. Kavanche Stackhouse back in the game now for Jayana Sanders. And we have a timeout on the court. Southern Nazarene off to a great start here, 15-2. And as surprising of a start as we've seen so far this season for the Crimson Storm. Defensively, the Crimson Storm are doing a great job collapsing down in the paint against the Golden Suns, who are trying to drive and kick. Doing a great job getting in the passing lanes and getting a lot of deflections. Offensively, Southern Nazarene shooting 50% from the field so far. Alexis Jones 0 for 3, but Adrian Berry 3 for 3 from three-point range. And as we have seen so far this season, if Adrian Berry gets going, it's going to be very difficult for the opponent to stop her. She's coming off a career-high 34 points in a 77-76 win against Harding on Thursday night here at the Sawyer Center. And again, the Crimson Storm undefeated at home so far this season. All 5 of their losses came on the road in November and December. Part of a 6-game road trip that spanned November 30th to December 30th. So very tough to play on the road in this conference. But it's nice to be at home, and Southern Nazarene looks very comfortable in their home gym here in front of a pretty decent Christmas break crowd. Students are not in session yet, so missing the atmosphere that you'd like for a home game, but still a decent crowd here that is excited about what they're seeing so far. 4:55 to go, first quarter. Southern Nazarene up 15-2. Alexis Jones will inbound on the baseline. Gets it to Adrian Berry, coming off of Kennedy Gillette screen. No good, long. Gillette with the rebound, puts it back up, and it's short. It's number 14, Lyric Williams with the rebound. Pushing tempo of the court, crashes into Abby Nehus, no call. Abby Nehus stayed straight up, but Kylie Ladd gets the steal on the outlet pass. Back to Williams, long on the shot, and Adrian Berry controls the rebound. Over to Alexis Jones, over to Gillette, who pushes tempo. Blocked by North, but Abby Nehus grabs the rebound and puts it up and in, and she is fouled. I believe the foul's going to go on Lyric Williams, and it will, and Abby Nehus with a chance for a three-point play. Julia Schwake into the game for Adrian Berry. We'll take a quick break. Looks like Adrian Berry's grabbing at one of her ankles there. Not good for the Crimson Storm as Nehus misses the free throw. Still a 17-2 lead, 4:15 to go first quarter for the Crimson Storm. Ladd working against Schwake up top. Moves over to the left wing in front of the Crimson Storm bench. North trying to drive, and she traveled. So far the story of this game has been the Crimson Storm's defense doing a great job putting pressure on the passing lanes and getting deflections. And forcing turnovers. Alexis Jones working up top. She's double teamed. Kicks it over to Schwake. Ball goes off her hands and out of bounds as another turnover for the Crimson Storm. Number 4 of the day. Arkansas Tech just 1 of 9 from the field with 5 turnovers of their own. Cheyenne North with the only bucket so far, and that came well back in the first minute or two. North has it up top. Left elbow working against Kennedy Gillette. Drives, pivots, puts it up, and in. Excellent aggressive move from Cheyenne North there. First bucket in over 5 minutes for Arkansas Tech. Alexis Jones working against Kylie Ladd. Gives it to Schwake. Schwake penetrating down the lane, stops, pops, and hits. Hits that one over J.C. Higgins. Arkansas Tech quickly back up the court with it. North, free throw line jumper, and it's short. Lyric Williams battling inside for the rebound with Abby Nehus, and it looks like Williams is the one who got the board and a foul on Irene Perez. Her first. Jayana Sanders back into the game for Kylie Ladd. Sanders will inbound to Kavanje Stackhouse. Works it over to Higgins. Williams, baseline jumper is no good, and Gillette with the rebound. Gillette working it up top. Freshman from Edmond to Heritage Hall High School here in Oklahoma City. Alexis Jones gets tabbed with the travel. She's a little mystified there, as is the coaching staff. Didn't see much there myself, but apparently the baseline official did. Stackhouse with it against Irene Perez. Over to North. North driving kick to Stackhouse, who puts up a three, and it is good. Alexis Jones pushing tempo for the Crimson Storm. We lead 19-7, 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Schwake, off balance three-pointer, hits nothing but air. Not a great shot there from Schwake, who kind of caught herself in between wanting to pass, drive, and shoot, and decided to do more than one, and ended up with an air ball and basically a turnover for the Crimson Storm. Sanders working the ball up court now for Arkansas Tech. Higgins around a North screen, drives, baseline jumper for Williams is good. And it's a 7-2 run for Arkansas Tech so far. And they are back in this, down 10 with 2 minutes to go. Alexis Jones picks up her dribble. Arkansas Tech bench extremely vocal right now as Kennedy Gillette working in the paint. Lost the ball, Cheyenne North with it. Sanders pushing tempo. Sanders all the way down the lane, puts up a wild shot, no good. Williams gets the rebound, and she is fouled. Momentum is starting to swing toward the Golden Suns right now as SNU going a little cold from the field. They are 2 of their last 6 from the field. While Arkansas Tech, 3 of their last 6. Lyric Williams at the free throw line for 2. First one is no good. Adrian Berry returns for Julia Schwake. And Addison Foster, 5'11" freshman from Lubbock, Texas, into the game for Kennedy Gillette. A lot of freshmen getting playing time here for SNU early. Free throw is no good. Cheyenne North comes down with the rebound, though. Kicks it out to Stackhouse for 3. No good. And Abby Nehus comes up with the rebound. Gives it over to Foster. Foster probing down the right sideline to Perez. Perez missed a cutting Nehus. Up top to Foster. Drives down the lane. Runs into Williams. No call. Lost the ball, but saves it to Berry. Jones probing down the lane. Great pass over to Nehus. Puts it up, no good. Gets her own miss. Puts it up, and no good. She's fouled. Terrific pass there from Alexis Jones to find Abby Nehus. Was not able to get 2 shots to fall, but did get the foul call on Lyric Williams, and she'll shoot 2 with 1:04 seconds to go. First one's up and good. Ryan Goodsell returns for Arkansas Tech. Cheyenne North will take a seat for the first time today. Second free throw up and good. Gianna Sanders probing down in front of the SNU bench. Goes behind a Williams screen. Kicks over to Higgins, who drives right baseline. Reverse layup is up and good. Impressive drive there from J.C. Higgins, who went right around Abby Nehus for the reverse layup. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Alexis Jones to Perez, who probes down the lane. Spin move. Looked like she walked, and she did. SNU bench not happy with the call, but it was the correct one. She definitely switched her pivot foot on her spin move. It was a great move, but an illegal one at that. 30 seconds to go. Gianna Sanders working against Alexis Jones. Lyric Williams at the free throw line. Back to Sanders. Long three-pointer is good.
Three-point basket, Gianna Sanders.
Addison Foster bringing the ball up the court with 15 seconds to go. J.C. Higgins reached in, hit the ball, and Foster traveled with it as a result. So another turnover for SNU. That's 7 now in the game. And Arkansas Tech starting to assert themselves and do what they do after getting hit in the mouth early. Sanders behind a Goodsell screen. Three-pointer is good with 5 seconds to go. Alexis Jones to Perez. Half-court heave at the buzzer is no good. After one, Southern Nazarene leads 21-17. But all the momentum is with Arkansas Tech as the Golden Suns close the half on a 15-4 run. We'll be right back after the short break. Welcome back to the Sawyer Center, where the Crimson Storm lead Arkansas Tech 21-17 after the first quarter. Crimson Storm led by as many as 7 or 15. It's 17-2 before a 15-4 Arkansas Tech run closed the first quarter. Sanders stops, pops three again from the top of the key, and Gianna Sanders, 3 consecutive possessions, 3 threes for the Golden Suns, leading scorer. Adrian Berry back in the game. And she is fouled on a three-pointer by Kavanche Stackhouse. Adrian Berry will shoot 3. And that is Kavanche Stackhouse's second personal foul. Cheyenne North also with 2 for the Golden Suns. Berry, first free throw is short. Candace Freeman into the game for SNU. Kennedy Gillette also back in the game for SNU. Barry Jones, Perez, Gillette, and Freeman in the game for SNU. Williams, Goodsell, Higgins, Stackhouse, and Sanders in the game for Arkansas Tech. Third free throw is up and good. She hit 2 of 3, and it's 23-20. SNU still maintaining a slight lead. Sanders around a Goodsell screen. Goodsell to a Sanders to a diving Goodsell, and she gathers herself and puts it up and in. Great pass from Gianna Sanders. Alexis Jones hits Berry on the back cut, bobbles it, puts it up and in. Excellent cut by Adrian Berry, and a great job by Alexis Jones to find her. Perez gets her hand on the long outlet pass, but J.C. Higgins gathers and hits another reverse layup. Got ourselves a nice little up-tempo battle here as Adrian Berry drives down the lane. It's no good. Stackhouse with the rebound. Up ahead. Higgins grabs it, lays it up and in. And Arkansas Tech has come all the way back and leads 26-25. Long pass ahead to Candace Freeman. She spins, puts up the hook shot, no good. Williams a rebound for Arkansas Tech to Sanders, pushing tempo. Higgins, right wing for three, no good. Ryan Goodsell grabs the rebound, puts it up short, no good. She grabs it again, puts it back up again, no good. And Alexis Jones finally has the rebound. Tempo is becoming a factor here in this game, and Arkansas Tech likes the fact that it's going quickly. Jones picks up her dribble at the left elbow. Over to the right elbow to Freeman, who hits the open jump shot. Excellent, confident-looking stroke for Candace Freeman there. Gives SNU the lead back at 27-26. Sanders, Higgins, around to Williams' screen. Pivots down the lane, kicks to Sanders. And she traveled. Tried to get a little too fancy to shake Alexis Jones. And she traveled with it. Alexis Jones and Irene Perez take a seat for SNU. Julia Schwake and Madeline Schrepfer into the game.
Also seeing first action, number 23 for the Golden Sun, Taylor Eli.
Taylor Ely into the game for Arkansas Tech, excuse me. Gianna Sanders takes her first seat of the game. Lyric Williams off as well. Kylie Ladd back into the game. Schrepfer to Barry. Barry dribbles back out and misses a long three-pointer. One and done for SNU right now. Long pass ahead to Higgins. Higgins hits Goodsell. It goes right through her hands and literally hits her in the face. And Schrepfer comes away with it for SNU. Pushing tempo. Candace Freeman, free throw line, pump fakes. Doesn't take the shot. Back to Schrepfer. Drives down the lane. Puts up the layup over Kylie Ladd. Excellent aggressive play by Madeline Schrepfer. But Kylie Ladd comes right back. Goes coast to coast with the layup and the foul. I believe that's going to be on Candace Freeman, and it is. Kylie Ladd will shoot one to tie the game. Number 32, Mackenzie Morris into the game for Arkansas Tech. Ryan Goodsell will take a seat. Kylie Ladd will shoot one. It's no good, but Morris with the rebound kicks it back out. Ladd for three. Top of the key is good. 31-29 Arkansas Tech with 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. SNU threw the first punch, leading by as many as 15 in the first quarter. But Arkansas Tech has come all the way back as Schrepfer drives down the lane and she is fouled by Kylie Ladd. Second personal foul on Kylie Ladd. Excuse me, her first. And Schrepfer will shoot two. 7 minutes to go, second quarter. First one's up and off to the right. Abby Nehus returning for SNU. Candace Freeman will take a seat. Schrepfer with one more. He's up, and it is also no good. Cheyenne North back into the game for Arkansas Tech. Morris working against Nehus. Long three-pointer for Ely. No good. And Schrepfer pushing tempo with it. Stops at the three-point line. Gives it to Barry. Never made a shot. She didn't like from three, and it's long. Gillette finds Schwake in the middle of the lane, and it's good. Looked like Barry was fouled on that three-pointer, but Gillette came up with the offensive rebound and hit Schwake for the jumper. North. Is it to Morris? Morris looked like she traveled, drive down the lane, blocked a little bit by Nehus, stolen away by Gillette, and Schrepfer comes up with it. Schrepfer, bounce pass ahead to Barry. Layup is good. A terrific pass from Madeline Schrepfer. Just threaded the needle between two defenders, and Barry was able to get the layup. Kylie Ladd down the lane, left-hand layup, no good. Mackenzie Morris up with it, no good. Cheyenne North, an offensive rebound again. Out to Taylor Ely. Thinks about it and thought too much and traveled. Arkansas Tech getting 8 offensive rebounds so far in this one. SNU with 7 of them for themselves, but it certainly doesn't seem that way, the way Arkansas Tech has been able to get all of those recently. Gianna Sanders back in the game, as is Kavanche Stackhouse. Kennedy Gillette down the lane. Nice left-hand shot is no good, and it goes off of her out of bounds on the offensive rebound attempt. Lyric Williams back into the game for Mackenzie Morris. So the 5 on the court right now are Williams, Ladd, North, Sanders, and Stackhouse. For Arkansas Tech, Schwake, Nehus, Gillette, Schrepfer, and Barry for SNU. North drives on Gillette, kicks it out to Sanders, stops, pops, jumper in and out, no good. Nehus with her 7th rebound. Schrepfer behind the back dribble against Gianna Sanders. Controlling with it, probing. Great bounce pass to Nehus, who dives down the lane, missed the layup. Lyric Williams with the rebound. Gives it over to Gianna Sanders. Sanders around a North screen, finds North diving to the lane, and she hits the basket to tie the game at 33. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Tied at 33 in what's been a fun first half. Back and forth affair so far. Schrepfer over to Schwake from the right wing for 3, and it's good. Terrific shot from Julia Schwake. Never hesitated. Stackhouse guarded by Adrian Berry on the left wing. Ladd down low to North. Over to Williams for a free throw line jumper that is short. Cheyenne North tips the rebound, but it's to Schrepfer. Schrepfer pushing tempo. Down the lane, she's fouled. No basket. Fouled on the floor. I believe that's going to be Kylie Ladd's 3rd personal foul. And it will be. We've got ourselves a timeout on the court here. Tie it. SNU leads 36-33. We will be right back after the short break. And we are back here at the Sawyer Center, where Southern Nazarene holds a 3-point lead over Arkansas Tech. 36-33, 4:15 to go first half. SNU will inbound on the baseline. Schrepfer to inbound. Gets it into Gillette against Gianna Sanders. And Gillette traveled with it after Sanders was able to affect her defensively. Another turnover for SNU. Both teams with 8 now in the game. Kylie Ladd working the ball up the court against Julia Schwake. Ladd down low to North, baseline. Lyric Williams, elbow jumper is good. SNU went with the double team on North, and that left Lyric Williams open for the elbow jumper. Schrepfer, guarded by Cheyenne North. Gets it down low to Abby Nehus, who has it poked away by Kylie Ladd. It's deflected out of bounds. I believe it's going to be out off Ladd last. And that is the call. Arkansas Tech bench does not agree with that, to say the least. And Alexis Jones will return to the game for Madeline Schrepfer. who did an excellent job there in her minutes, pushing the tempo and really forcing the action in the paint for SNU. Alexis Jones inbounding in front of the Arkansas Tech bench. Gets into Nihus, who gives it right back to Jones, who drives down the lane, puts up the left-hand layup, and it's good! Great aggressive play from Alexis Jones. Looked like she was fouled by Ladd. Gives it over to Sanders. Sanders drives down the lane. Wild shot around Nihus, no good. Alexis Jones probing right down the lane. Kicks it to Gillette for three. It's good! Kennedy Gillette coming into the game leading SNU in three-point shooting with 43%, and she hits her first of the game. Guarding Sanders, who rises up and hits a deep three of her own around the Cheyenne North screen. Gillette's going to have to start going over that screen. Gianna Sanders now 4 of 6 from three-point range in the first half. Schwake driving down the lane and did not put the ball on the floor before she started moving. J.C. Higgins back into the game for Arkansas Tech. Kylie Ladd will take a seat. 3 players with 2 fouls for Arkansas Tech, Ladd, North, and Stackhouse. Nobody with 2 for SNU so far. Sanders guarded by Jones now, who does go over the screen. North kicks it to Higgins in the corner. Higgins working on Gillette. Back to Sanders. Down low to North. Finds a wide open Stackhouse in the corner. That's a great look. And Stackhouse knocks down the three-pointer to tie the game at 41. 2.5 minutes to go, first half. Alexis Jones, guarded by Higgins, gives it over to Nihus, puts up the hook shot in the lane, and it bounces around and in. Great job by Nihus to gather herself and go with a nice confident hook shot in the lane. North working on Gillette. The right block, pivots down the lane, wild shot with the left hand, no good. Nihus collects her 10th rebound. Alexis Jones with it. Across the timeline, had Schwake wide open and just missed her. Still gets it to her a little late, and Schwake misses the rebound long. Nihus with the rebound. Deflected around. And it goes off Julia Schwake's foot last. Over to Arkansas Tech. Stackhouse, Jones, and Schwake were on the floor for that one. But it ended up going off Julia Schwake's foot out of bounds. Ryan Goodsell comes back into the game for Cheyenne North. Gianna Sanders in the backcourt will bring it up for the Golden Suns. Double screen there for Sanders. And Goodsell diving down the lane, was not looking for the pass, and it goes over her head out of bounds. She was open, good idea for the Golden Suns, but Goodsell not aware of the pass. It goes out of bounds, another turnover. Schwake goes out. Irene Perez back into the game. The starting lineup back on the court for SNU as Jones works on the left wing, guarded by Higgins. Back cut by Berry. Down, and she gets the layup to go over Goodsell.
Brought to you by Alexis Jones.
Gianna Sanders pushing tempo to the three-point line. Rise and fire at the right elbow, no good, and Nihus with another rebound. And that's a foul on Sanders reaching in across Alexis Jones. Excellent call there by the officials. Sanders just kind of a lazy play defensively there, and Alexis Jones with the tempo gets the call. Abby Nihus with 12 rebounds in the first half to go along with 6 points. 1 minute to go. SNU leads 45-41. Jones picks up her dribble, and she's trapped by Higgins. Gets it to Gillette, top of the key, and an offensive foul on Abby Nihus. Moving screen called on Abby Nihus that freed Kennedy Gillette down the lane. Coach Derek Doris does not agree with the call, of course. And that is her second foul of the game as we're under a minute to go here in the first half. J.C. Higgins driving baseline, cut off by Perez. Gets it out. Kavon Shea Stackhouse driving down the lane, hits the underside of the rim with the layup, and it goes out of bounds off the offensive rebound. 33 seconds left. SNU up 4 with the ball. Alexis Jones will work it up for one final shot here in the first half. working against J.C. Higgins. Right over the NCAA logo. 10 on the shot clock. Getting the screen from Nihus. Dives down the lane. Puts out the left-hand layup, and it's good. Stackhouse. Full court, mid-court heave at the buzzer. Off the glass, no good. And SNU will go into the locker room up 47-41. Terrific job from SNU to weather the Arkansas Tech storm. After SNU had a 19-4 lead at one point in the first half, Arkansas Tech came back and had the lead at 31-29 early in the second quarter. But SNU battled back and leads 47-41 at halftime. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the first half stats right after this. We're at halftime here at the Sawyer Center on the campus of Southern Nazarene University, where the Crimson Storm lead 47-41 over the Golden Suns of Arkansas Tech. Let's take a look at the halftime stats, and really, this game was it's been a story of runs so far. SNU jumped out to a 17-2 lead, courtesy of a 14-0 run in the first quarter. And Arkansas Tech responded with an 18-4 run of their own to pull within one at 21-20 on a Jayana Sanders three-pointer just into the second quarter. Arkansas Tech finally took the lead, their first lead of the game, at 26-25 early in the second quarter. Took another lead at 31-29, and that was the last lead they had. Credit SNU again for battling back after the big run for Arkansas Tech to get back into the game. Now we have quite a battle on our hands here with a 6-point game at the break. Arkansas Tech, of course, comes into the game 8-1, 4-1 in conference play, while SNU has won their last two after a 5-game road losing streak and a 4-0 start. So SNU getting back in the swing of things here at 5-5, 3-3 in conference play. And you know Coach Derek Doors is pleased with that first half. Maybe not with how Arkansas Tech got back into the game, courtesy of some turnovers and some poor shot selection. But having a 6-point lead at halftime, certainly not what we expected here. And I'm sure he is pleased as well. Let's take a look at some first half stats for SNU. They're led in scoring by Adrian Berry, 6 of 10 from the field, 17 points. She had her first three three-pointers, missed her last three, but still leads the team in scoring with 17. Has 2 rebounds. She's the only player in double figures so far for SNU. Julia Schwake off the bench has 7 points. She's 3 for 5 from the field, 1 three-pointer. Abby Nehus, 6 points and 12 rebounds in the first half, 3 of those on the offensive end. So terrific half there from Abby Nehus. She does have 2 fouls, picked up a late moving screen call right before the end of the first half. So a little bit disappointing there. Kennedy Gillette, 5 points. Alexis Jones, 4 points, 7 assists for Alexis Jones. And SNU, and that is it. 4 points for Irene Perez, 2 points each for Madeline Schrepfer and for Candace Freeman. For Arkansas Tech, they're led in scoring by Jayana Sanders, who leads them in scoring for the season. 4 of 12 from the field, 4 of 6 from three-point range, and she hit 3 of those in 3 consecutive possessions spanning the first and second quarters that really got Arkansas Tech back into the game. She's the only player in double figures, a trio of players with 6 points each. Cheyenne North, Kavanche Stackhouse, and J.C. Higgins, who came off the bench and provided a big spark for the Golden Suns in that comeback rally in the first and second quarters. Kylie Ladd with 5 points. Lyric Williams with 4 points. She also has 6 rebounds to lead the team. And Ryan Goodsell caps out the scoring with 2 points in the first half. Team-wise, SNU leading the battle of the board so far, 26-21. Arkansas Tech has missed all 4 of their free throw attempts in the first half. Three-point shooting has been very efficient for both. SNU 5 of 11, 45.5%, while Arkansas Tech 7 of 13, 54% from three-point range. Arkansas Tech shooting 41.5% so far. SNU shooting 50%, which coming into the game, SNU shooting just 36.5% from the field. So an excellent offensive half for SNU so far in this one. Just 2 lead changes so far. SNU led the majority of the time. 15 was their largest lead at 19-4 with 3:28 to go in the first quarter. 20 combined turnovers, 9 for Arkansas Tech, 11 turnovers for SNU in the first half. Both benches have done well. Arkansas Tech contributing 10 points, and SNU with 11 off the bench. Points off turnovers have been big. Arkansas Tech was able to kind of push the tempo there late in the first quarter, early in the second quarter. That allowed them to get out and run a little bit more, and they ended up with 16 points off 10 or 11 SNU turnovers. SNU just 7 off of Arkansas Tech's 9 turnovers. SNU dominating the paint 26-16, and also second chance points 12-3 in second chance points. Both teams doing a great job on the offensive rebounds. 9 for Arkansas Tech, 8 for SNU. But again, SNU converting those into 12 points, while Arkansas Tech has been able to convert those into just 3, part of that being 0 of 4 from the free throw line. We should have a dandy of a second half on our hands. About 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half. And we will take another short break here, and we'll be right back with the start of the third quarter right after this. And we're ready for the start of the third quarter. SNU with the ball moving left to right, leading 47-41. Alexis Jones working against Kylie Ladd. Hits Adrian Berry on the back cut. Looked like she was hammered by Sanders, but she is able to get the layup to go. And a great pass from Alexis Jones for her 8th assist of the game. Ladd over to North, working against Kennedy Gillette. Stackhouse on the right wing. Goodsell against Nehus at the free throw line. Sanders passes on the screen. Runner is good over Abby Nehus. Gianna Sanders with 14 points now. Alexis Jones, pass deflected. It's stolen by Goodsell. Over to Sanders. Sanders drives by Gillette, kicks in the corner to Ladd. Ladd, top of the key to North. Over to Goodsell, baseline jumper is good. And a quick 4-0 response from Tech. Makes it 49-45, just a minute into the third quarter. Jones gets a screen from Nehus, and she's fouled by Goodsell. A little too aggressive. Hedging on the screen there from Ryan Goodsell, and that will be, I believe, her first personal foul of the day. And SNU will inbound. Gillette over to Alexis Jones. Starting lineups on the court for both teams. Gives it to Perez. Perez probes down the lane, stops, kicks it back out to Jones. Jones into the lane, stops, kicks it out to Gillette. Gillette back to Jones at the top of the key. She'll shoot a three-pointer from there. It is short, and North with the rebound. Up to Sanders. Sanders guarded by Alexis Jones. Sanders drives right by her, and she scores and is fouled. I believe that's going to go against Abby Nehus. And that will be her third personal foul. Not a lot of contact there. But Gianna Sanders was able to get by Abby Nehus, and Candace Freeman will come into the game for Nehus, who now has 3 fouls. Sanders at the line to complete the three-point play. And it's good. 49-48 SNU, 8.5 to go, third quarter. And what has been a great game so far from the Sawyer Center. Alexis Jones gets a screen for Freeman, drives by Ladd, missed the layup. Battle for the rebound, and it comes out to Kylie Ladd. Pushing tempo down the court. Hits Stackhouse, who drives down the lane, puts up the floater, goes off the back rim, off the backboard, and in for the Arkansas Tech lead. Jones to Perez, pushing tempo. Once again, Jones goes around a Gillette screen, finds herself all alone, hits Freeman. Looked like she was fouled by North, no call. And Ladd comes up with it ahead to Stackhouse. Stackhouse to Goodsell, top of the key. Now back to Stackhouse. Cheyenne North gets it down low to Goodsell. Bangs into Candace Freeman, turns and scores. Good aggressive play from Ryan Goodsell to create some space and be able to get the shot off. Kenny Gillette wide open in the corner for three. It's off the back iron, no good. Cheyenne North with the rebound. Down the court. Euro step with the left hand is good. What a great move from Cheyenne North, and Derek Doris wants timeout. 54-49 Arkansas Tech, 7:23 to go, third quarter, and just like that, a 13-2 run to start the game for Arkansas. To start the third quarter for Arkansas Tech. Not the start you wanted to see if you're SNU, especially after just a terrific first half offensively. SNU comes out and is just 1 of 5 to start the half, while Arkansas Tech has not missed a shot. They are 6 for 6, and we're able to generate a three-point play from Jayana Sanders off the foul on Abby Nehus. So a terrific start to the second half for the Golden Suns. SNU got the first basket of the half off a backdoor cut from Adrian Berry, but has missed all 4 shots since. 2 of those being three-pointers, and Abby Nehus picked up her third foul. That's definitely going to affect things, especially with Arkansas Tech looking to probe and get easy shots at the rim. So again, 54-49, Arkansas Tech with a 13-2 run. Really a 13-0 run, I should say. They're working on right now. What was a 6-point halftime lead has quickly turned into a 5-point deficit for the Crimson Storm. And we are back to action here with Gillette into Alexis Jones. Jones, Gillette, Berry, Freeman, and Perez on the court right now for SNU. Jones working around the Freeman pick. Perez down the lane, got too deep, and Kylie Ladd comes up with a steal. Ahead to Jayana Sanders, drives down the lane, missed the layup. Nice job by Kennedy Gillette to hold off on the contact. Berry stops, pots for 3. It is short. Not a great shot there. Goodsell with the rebound. Gives it up to Cheyenne North up ahead. North crosses over on Gillette. Goodsell with the rebound knocked out of her hands by Gillette. It will be Arkansas Tech ball. Lyric Williams into the game for Ryan Goodsell. J.C. Higgins also coming into the game. She will come in for Jayana Sanders. We'll take a quick break. So Ladd, Higgins, Stackhouse, Williams, and North on the court for Tech. Stackhouse on the right wing. Gets it down low to Williams, guarded by Freeman. Williams picks up her dribble. Is it to a cutting Stackhouse, who's unable to handle the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Stackhouse goes into the seats. Alexis Jones working against Kylie Ladd up top. Perez driving down the lane, kicks in the corner to Gillette, guarded by Ladd. Pivots down the lane. Double dribbles. And there was a moment's hesitation where nobody was going to call it, but everybody knew what it was. And the reaction from the Arkansas Tech faithful that are in attendance here probably prompted that whistle, but it definitely was the correct call. So double dribble, on Gillette. And Arkansas Tech back with the ball again. Kavanche Stackhouse working against Irene Perez, top of the key. It's over to Lyric Williams, working on Freeman. Pulls up at the free throw line and swishes it. And it's a 15-0 run now for Arkansas Tech. Candace Freeman with a nice step around Lyric Williams, and she gets the layup to go to end that run. Kylie Ladd working with it. Cheyenne North thought about a three against Gillette. Thinks better of it. J.C. Higgins drives down the lane against Alexis Jones, puts up the layup. Wild, no good. Lyric Williams with the rebound up and in. Another offensive rebound. Second chance points for Arkansas Tech. Perez down the lane, kicks it out to Gillette. Gillette drives, spins, kicks it back to Jones. Perez. Cheyenne North closes out hard. Perez drives in and she's fouled. Fouls on J.C. Higgins. That's her first. Second team foul of the quarter. SNU in no sort of foul trouble whatsoever outside of Abby Niehaus's three. Only 6 fouls for the whole game so far. Arkansas Tech, 3 players with 2 fouls, Ladd, North, and Stackhouse, as Jayana Sanders returns for Kylie Ladd. Second free throw is up and good for Perez.
Julia Swaki for Irene Perez.
Gillette and Jones up top trying to get a little bit of a trap. Williams drives down the lane, wild shot no good, and Julia Schwake into the game for Irene Perez. Gets the rebound. Schwake over to Jones up top. Freeman down the lane, puts up a layup, no good. Gillette tips the rebound around, and Gillette is unable to come up with it. Lyric Williams with it, but Candace Freeman with the steal, and then it's stolen from her by Kavanche Stackhouse, who puts up a wild layup, no good. Gets her own miss, though, and Arkansas Tech will reset. Cheyenne North up top, guarded by Schwake. Sanders guarded by Gillette. That was a mismatch in the first half. Sanders drives down, wild shot, and it goes in. Gianna Sanders, great body control in the air. Able to get another layup in. Alexis Jones, Gillette on the baseline, picks up her dribble, guarded by Cheyenne North. Adrian Berry, wild shot down the lane, and she gets the foul call. That is on Kavanche Stackhouse. That is her third. Ryan Goodsell coming back into the game. We have a timeout on the court. 60-53, Arkansas Tech with the lead. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. We will take a short break and be right back. And we're up. First free throw for Adrian Berry goes in and out, no good. Second free throw up, also no good. Abby Nehus back in the game for SNU. Ryan Goodsell back in the game for Arkansas Tech. Number 5, Leighton Taylor into the game for the first time for Arkansas Tech. Goodsell with the baseline jumper over Nehus, no good. Taylor with an offensive rebound and bounces around and in. Ashley Breathitt. Leighton Taylor. Wrong spot on the roster there for me. Adrian Berry forcing the issue again and gets another foul on J.C. Higgins. That's her second. Berry back to the free throw line. Addison Foster set to check in for SNU. First free throw, no good for Berry. Addison Foster comes into the game for Kennedy Gillette. Adrian Berry, just a 63% free throw shooter this year.
Addison Foster in for Kennedy.
She is just 2 of 6 from the line today. Make it 3 of 7. That gives her 20 points. 62-54. Arkansas Tech with the lead. Goodsell drives on Nehus, gives it up to Lyric Williams, who puts it up and in over Addison Foster. Nice job by Ryan Goodsell forcing the issue on Abby Nehus, who comes back in with 3 personal fouls. And Adrian Berry fouled again by J.C. Higgins. Adrian Berry forcing the issue here. That is the 5th team foul of the quarter. Adrian Berry will shoot 2 with SNU down 10 now with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. First free throw up, no good. SNU just 7 of 15 from the free throw line today, and the second one goes around 3 times and does drop. Gianna Sanders working against Alexis Jones. Double screen here coming. Goodsell and Williams. Sanders opts to go away from it, puts up the runner, no good, and Alexis Jones with the rebound. Looking ahead, hit Schwacke. Schwacke is stripped by Breathitt. Derek Doris thought it was a foul. Official says all ball, and it's SNU ball on the baseline. Alexis Jones inbounding. And it looks like an offensive foul on Adrian Berry, trying to get free. The official caught her with the push-off. Goodsell comes out. Cheyenne North back into the game. Ashley Breathitt bringing up the court for the Golden Suns, guarded by Addison Foster. Drives by her, kicks to Cheyenne North in the corner for 3. Long, didn't hit anything, but Williams tracks down the rebound, goes up and is fouled by Nehus, who looked like she just stood there, but was not vertical. And that's her 4th personal foul, and Candace Freeman will come back into the game for Nehus. First one is up and good. 2:29 to go. Arkansas Tech has built a 65-55 lead on the back of a 24-8 third quarter so far. Second one also good. Alexis Jones to Schwacke for 3. Bounces in and out. And North gets the rebound to Breathitt, deflected by Berry and stolen by Jones. Sanders riding Jones's hip, gets it over to Schwacke, who hits the baseline jumper. Jones Pressuring Sanders. Now over to North, who's guarded by Barry on the right wing. Gets it to Lyric Williams at the free throw line. His jumper is short. And Candace Freeman with the rebound. Alexis Jones finds Schwacke in the corner. Cheyenne North with the hard closeout. Schwacke puts up the hook shot in the lane, no good. And Lyric Williams with the ball. Going coast to coast, wild shot over Candace Freeman, no good, but J.C. Higgins with the rebound, puts up her own shot off the glass, bounces in and out. And Freeman with the rebound. Alexis Jones with it now. Over to Schwacke on the left wing. Finds Freeman at the elbow. Pump fake, drives on Cheyenne North, gets the left-hand layup to go and is fouled by North. Good aggressive play from Candace Freeman there. That's the third foul on Cheyenne North. Kennedy Gillette back into the game for Adrian Berry. Ladd, Stackhouse, and Goodsell returned for Arkansas Tech. Sanders, Higgins, and Williams take a seat. Candace Freeman with a chance to complete the three-point play with 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. It is up, and it is good. Front rim, backboard, and in. Goodsell inbounds it to Ladd, working it across the timeline. Arkansas Tech with a 66-60 lead. Cheyenne North finds Goodsell, lost the ball. Schwacke comes up with it. Alexis Jones pushing tempo on the right wing. Schwacke, top of the key for three. It is in and out again, no good. And Kylie Ladd with the rebound. Pushing over to Stackhouse. To Breathitt. Fires a pass down low to Goodsell, who is fouled and scores. Candace Freeman picking up the foul. Ryan Goodsell doing a great job of creating space down low. And she'll shoot one with 50 seconds to go. Free throw is up, and it is good. Ryan Goodsell now with 9 points to go with 6 rebounds. Alexis Jones probing down the lane. She's fouled by Ashley Breathitt. She'll go to the line for two with 41.4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rachel Dorneman set to check in for SNU. And Adrian Berry will come back in as well. Sanders and Williams set to check in for Arkansas Tech. First free throw up and good for Alexis Jones.
Sanders and Williams back in. Adrian Berry for SNU is seeing first action for the Storm tonight. Number 42, Rachel Dorneman.
Alexis Jones with her second free throw attempt. Long off the back iron. Berry tips the rebound, but Williams saves it to Ladd. Ladd over to Sanders. Sanders to Stackhouse. Left wing three is good. Good vision by Jayana Sanders. Gets it over to Kavanche Stackhouse for the three-pointer and a 72-61 Arkansas Tech lead. Alexis Jones holding against Kylie Ladd on the right wing. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Gets the screen from Dorneman. Kicks it over to Gillette. Gillette for three is short. Gillette follows her own miss, puts it off the glass and in as the third quarter ends. Good fundamental play there from Kennedy Gillette, and at the end of three, 72-63 our score. Arkansas Tech with the lead. We'll take a short break and be right back after this. And we're back at the Sawyer Center, where after 3 quarters, Arkansas Tech leads the Crimson Storm 72-63. Story of that third quarter was Arkansas Tech's ability to get on the glass, out-rebounding SNU 17-6 in the third quarter, including an 8-1 advantage in offensive rebounds. And that was a big, big difference for Arkansas Tech with 8 second-chance points. They shot 13 of 24 from the field, while SNU was able to shoot just 5 of 15. So we're back to action. Cheyenne North over to Kavanche Stackhouse. Kicks it over in the corner to North, who drives on Gillette. Gets it over to Lyric Williams, who puts the layup up and in. Great vision from Arkansas Tech when they drive and see the double team. They have hit that extra pass every time and have done it very well, especially here in the second half. Alexis Jones probing on Ladd. Ball is knocked away. Alexis Jones ends up with it, but it is blocked by Cheyenne North out of bounds. And SNU will inbound on the baseline, down 74-63 with 9.5 to go. Dorneman, free throw line jumper, is in and out, no good. Gillette with the rebound, short. And Lyric Williams tracks down her 13th rebound. Kylie Ladd up ahead to Jayana Sanders. Sanders missed the layup. Great job affecting that by Dorneman, and Sanders travels after getting the rebound and falling on the floor. So a nice break there for SNU with the missed layup from Jayana Sanders, who has 19 points in this one. Alexis Jones, bring it up. Alexis Jones, just 5 points today. She does have 10 assists. Elbow jumper is no good. And a late whistle. And a foul call on Kylie Ladd, who is in disbelief. Arkansas Tech coach in disbelief as well. Must have kind of, hard to tell from this angle. It looked like she slid under Jones a little bit with her body. Jones hits the first free throw. Second free throw up and good for Alexis Jones. Sanders with it against Jones. Now North drives. Great deflection there by Dorneman, and Gillette comes up with it. Gets it over to Jones. Sanders missed the steal. Jones pushing tempo, has Schwacke on the right wing, who puts up a 3, and it's good. Great vision from Alexis Jones, and the lead is down to 6 for Arkansas Tech. 74-68 with 8.5 minutes to go. Kylie Ladd working against Julia Schwacke. Over to North on the left wing, guarded by Gillette. Pass to a cutting Stackhouse is deflected out by Adrian Berry. 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Ladd inbounding. And a kickball from Adrian Berry on the defense there. And that resets the shot clock to 15. So kind of an unfortunate situation there. Inbound to Stackhouse. Over to Williams. Drives on Dorneman, stops, pops short on the jumper, and Schwacke comes up with the rebound, and Schwacke gives it up to Jones, who's fouled by Sanders. Sanders a little too aggressive there, putting the pressure there. Second team foul on Arkansas Tech, who have not been shy about fouling. 17 fouls today. 4 with 3. Sanders with 2 now. Abby Nehus with 4 for SNU. And only Candace Freeman's 2 is the only other player with multiple fouls for SNU. Cheyenne North drives down the lane, stops, kicks it out to Ladd for a long 3, is short. And ball deflects out of bounds to SNU. Ryan Goodsell back into the game. Lyric Williams will take a seat. 7:40 to go. Still a 6-point game. Arkansas Tech with the lead. SNU trying to get something going here. Gillette probing against Sanders. Goes right around her. Missed the layup, though, and Cheyenne North with the rebound. Sanders, guarded by Jones, gets the screen from Goodsell. Lost the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Oh, and it is called deflected off of SNU. Looked like she just lost the ball, but the baseline official says that Rachel Dorneman got the deflection, and Arkansas Tech retains possession. Sanders, wild shot. Dorneman will pick up her first foul. And Jayana Sanders will return to the line. Just one free throw attempt so far for Jayana Sanders today. Only taken 20 this season as well. And the first one is good. J.C. Higgins set to check in for Jayana Sanders. And the second one also good.
J.C. Higgins in for Jayana Sanders.
Alexis Jones crossing the timeline, guarded by Ladd. And a collision down low as Dorneman was trying to back down Goodsell for position, and Goodsell will pick up the foul.
Fouls on number 22, Ryan Goodsell for second personal foul.
That is her second. Irene Perez in for Schwacke. And SNU will inbound on the baseline. It's 3 fouls now on Arkansas Tech. And a bad inbounds pass from Jones, and it's stolen. J.C. Higgins pushing tempo, goes over Irene Perez, no good, and Kennedy Gillette with the rebound. Pushing tempo herself, kicks to Irene Perez in the corner. Alexis Jones drives in, foul line jumper off the glass, no good. And Irene Perez will pick up the foul on the rebound.
Fouls on Irene Perez, first, second personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Abby Nehus coming back into the game for Dorneman. Lyric Williams comes back in for Cheyenne North for Arkansas Tech. Kylie Ladd guarded by Irene Perez. Gives over to J.C. Higgins. Lyric Williams, left corner. Goodsell drives on Nehus, who gets the block. Looked like it deflected off Goodsell out of bounds, but say no. Out off Nehus on the deflection. Close play. It would have been Nehus' 5th personal foul. Instead, Ladd inbounding on the baseline, deflected by Barry and stolen by Jones. Jones gets it up ahead to Irene Perez, who lays it up with the left hand and in. Great control by Perez, and then Stackhouse double dribbles in the backcourt, courtesy of the pressure of Alexis Jones. 6-point game still, 76-70 with 6:15 to go in this one. Gillette into the backcourt, where Alexis Jones gathers. Gets it over to Barry. Goes around a screen. Barry looking for the 3, not there. Sets a flattening screen on Higgins, but Gillette misses the jumper. Ladd with it now, guarded by Jones. It's over to Higgins. Working on Perez. Gives it over to Goodsell. Guarded by Nehus. No good. Williams with the rebound. Missed that. Goodsell with the rebound. And we have a jump ball. And SNU will retain possession. That's our first jump ball of the game. Been a lot of back and forth in this one, but that was our first jump ball of the game. Jayana Sanders into the game. Kylie Ladd will exit. 5:40 to go, 76-70. Arkansas Tech, who has a lead courtesy of a 31-16 third quarter. And an offensive foul on Adrian Berry, setting a moving screen to try to free Irene Perez.
Personal foul on Adrian Berry, her second personal foul. Team foul number 3.
Jones hounding Sanders in midcourt. Goodsell up top with it, guarded by Nehus. Jones doing a great job denying the ball to Sanders. Stackhouse drives down the lane, hits a cutting Goodsell, lost the ball, goes back out, walked. Great defense by Gillette, as Goodsell got too aggressive driving down the baseline and shuffled her feet. Jones bringing up the court, 5 minutes to go in what is becoming a very intense affair here at the Sawyer Center. Perez kicks over to Berry. Berry drives down the lane, scoop layup is good, and she's fouled. Adrian Berry with her first shot attempt of the fourth quarter, coming at the right time as Ryan Goodsell picks up her third personal foul. Cheyenne, we've got a timeout on the court as SNU has cut the lead, 76-72, 4:57 to go. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to the Sawyer Center. Adrian Berry at the line, shooting one to complete a three-point play opportunity. Cheyenne North back into the game for Arkansas Tech. Berry is up and good, and it's a three-point game. Alexis Jones picks up Jayana Sanders full court. She's done a great job these last few possessions, hounding her and denying her the ball when she gives it up. Let's see how she does this possession. North drives on Gillette, gives it up to Williams, but she was fouled before the pass by Kennedy Gillette.
Fouls on Kennedy Gillette. That is her first personal foul.
First foul on Gillette, and Arkansas Tech will inbound on the baseline. Williams gets free on the layup, but she missed it. Big break there for SNU, who's got screened off. Alexis Jones, guarded by Higgins. Gillette driving on Sanders, gives it up to Nehus, who gets it to go. And it's a one-point game with 4 minutes to go. Long pass up ahead to Stackhouse, guarded by Perez, shuts her down baseline. Stackhouse brings it back out. North, guarded by Gillette, top of the key. Stackhouse probing against Perez. Pulls up from the elbow. It's no good. Rebound tipped, and Irene Perez comes out with it. 1-on-2. She's going all the way to the basket. It looked like North got a piece of it. J.C. Higgins pushing back, guarded by Berry. Stackhouse wide open, doesn't take the shot. Sets it back up to run some clock with 3:45 to go and a one-point lead. North drives on Perez, gets it inside to Williams, who bobbled it, lost it, picks it up and scores. And a quick timeout for Arkansas Tech. Lyric Williams has been in the right place at the right time many times, especially here in the second half. Filling in the hole left by the defender when SNU doubles and brings the help defense on the dribble drives. Lyric Williams has been the beneficiary in this second half especially. She's up to 14 points and 14 rebounds, several of those on the offensive end as well. She's part of leading Arkansas Tech with to 11 second offensive rebounds here in the second half. 78-75. Arkansas Tech with the lead. 3:37 to go in the fourth quarter here. Both teams 4 fouls apiece, so next foul will be free throws for either team. Gillette, Jones, Berry, Nihus, and Perez on the court for SNU. Starting lineup. Perez probing on Williams. Gives it over to Berry behind a Nihus screen and is off the front rim. No good. Sanders comes up with it. Pushing the tempo. Gives it over to J.C. Higgins, but threw it too late and too hard. And it goes through Higgins' hands out of bounds over to SNU. Sanders had Higgins earlier, but she did not see her or chose not to give it up quickly. As Perez goes backdoor, gives it up to Nihus, who's wide open for the layup. Great vision from Irene Perez to see Nihus come open on the double team. Kylie Ladd hits J.C. Higgins on the back door. Lyric Williams, jumper is good on the baseline. Then back and forth we go as Alexis Jones pushing up court, top of the key, over to Gillette, who drives on Sanders. Picks up her dribble, kicks it back out to Jones. Perez drives on Williams, but backs it back out. Jones gets a screen from Nihus, who dives down the lane. Gillette with 5 on the shot clock. Jones, pump fake, steps inside the three-point line and buries a jumper at the shot clock buzzer. That ball was no more than 2 inches above the rim the entire time. Not sure how that went in, but Jones nails the jumper at the shot clock buzzer. 2:22 to go. It is 80-79 Arkansas Tech. Hasn't been the prettiest game the whole time, but it is getting exciting here late, folks. North guarded by Gillette. Goes down the lane, gives it up to Higgins. Higgins back to North on the right wing. Probes against Gillette, spins down the lane with the left hand is good. Cheyenne North now in double figures with 10. Perez drives, gives it up to Jones, top of the key. Jones guarded by Kylie Ladd. Oh, managed to keep her feet still. Unbelievable. Went all the way down to the ground. Managed to keep her feet from slipping. And she gets the layup to go. Back to a 1-point game. 1:30 to go. North finds Lyric Williams, who misses the layup. Kennedy Gillette gives it up to Irene Perez, but Jayana Sanders knocks it out of bounds. Little ill-advised pass from Gillette, but Sanders unable to control the steal, and SNU retains possession with 26 on the shot clock, 1:26 to go in the game. Down 1, Alexis Jones with the ball. Goes away from the screen from Nihus. Now she resets, kicks in the corner to Perez, who drives baseline. Tried to get it to Nihus, but Cheyenne North knocks it away. Sanders right down the lane. Scoop layup is good. And another timeout for Arkansas Tech, who now leads 84-81 with 1:03 to play. This will be a 30-second timeout. Good idea from Perez, but that pass was just not there to Abby Nihus. And she tried to force it anyway, and probably should have at least gone with the bounce pass, but was unable to get it to Nihus, and it ended up with a run-out layup for Jayana Sanders, who now has 23 points in this one. 18 turnovers each. That was a big one for SNU there. 84-81. 1:03 to play in this one. If you're SNU, wonder where you are looking for. Adrian Berry leads the team with 24 points, but she is 0 for 5 from three-point range since starting the game, 3 for 3 in the first quarter. SNU 6 of 19 from three-point range for the game. Both teams a combined 2 of 11 from three-point range here in the second half. 1 of 8 for SNU, and a couple from Julia Schwacke have gone in and out on multiple occasions. Arkansas Tech just 1 of 3 in the second half, and they have not had to shoot many three-pointers. They've been able to get the dribble drive and get the easy layups here in the second half. Jones, Gillette, Berry, Nihus, and Perez on the court as we are under a minute to go. Berry, three-pointer, no good. Tried to force it over Higgins. I'm not sure if Higgins got a piece of it or if Berry just didn't get enough on it, but it was an air ball. And Arkansas Tech will look to ice the game here. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 40 seconds on the game clock. Bucket here would be extremely difficult. As North tries, left-hand shot, off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's fought for. Jones has it, and she's fouled by Sanders. Not a ton of contact there, but it did send Jones to the ground. They got Sanders with the trip, and Jones will go to the line with 24.4 seconds left. Shoot 2 free throws, down 3. SNU will be in a foul situation after this. Arkansas Tech 6 for 6 from the foul line here in the second half. Jones is 3 for 4 from the foul line today. Make it 4 for 5. Lyric Williams back into the game for Kavon Shea Stackhouse. Higgins, North, Williams, Ladd, and Sanders on the court for Tech. Jones readies for her second free throw and puts it up and in. 13 points now for Alexis Jones and 12 assists. Timeout SNU. Down 1, 24.4 seconds to go. We will take a quick break here as we're at a full timeout, and we'll be right back with the final minute of this game. And we're back here, 24.5 seconds to go. Arkansas Tech up 1 with the ball. They get the ball into Ladd. Pressures over to Higgins, who gets it up to Sanders. Looked like she was fouled. She goes all the way, and she's fouled by Nihus. Arkansas Tech bench screaming for an intentional foul. Abby Nihus did a straight push in the back on Jayana Sanders. That is her 5th foul. She fouls out with 10 points, 13 rebounds. Rachel Dorneman coming in for Abby Nihus.
Rachel Dorneman for Abby Nihus. Let's have a nice hand for Abby Nihus.
Dave Wilbers does have a point for Arkansas Tech. Abby Niehaus with just a two-hand slight push in the back. If it hadn't been as blatant, if it was more blatant, I think they would have called the intentional foul, but it was a very light shove. And Sanders will shoot 2 traditional foul shots, as that was the 5th team foul for SNU in the fourth quarter. First free throw is up, and in and out, no good for Sanders. 16.3 seconds left. SNU crowd getting loud here. Second free throw is around and in. And a timeout, SNU. So SNU will have the ball down 2 with 16.3 seconds to go. A 30-second timeout here for Coach Derek Doris. 85-83 as SNU has clawed their way back. They're down by 9 at the end of the third quarter. But they have clawed their way back into this in the fourth quarter. They have a shot to tie or take the lead here in this possession. Who do you look for if you are SNU? On the court, starting lineup plus Dorneman. In place of Niehaus. So not opting to go with more shooting is Coach Derek Doris, as Jones up top gets the screen from Dorneman. Gets another screen and an offensive foul on Dorneman. Not sure about that one as Candace Freeman comes in for Dorneman. And a timeout called by Arkansas Tech with 10.4 seconds to go. Not a great screen set by Dorneman, but it did not look like an offensive foul for sure, as Ladd went through her hard. And now SNU in a tight situation here, up 2. With just 10 seconds to go. So now Freeman into the game for Dorneman, and Arkansas Tech will inbound in front of their bench. Gets it into Ladd, and Perez tracks her down and fouls her with 9 seconds to go. Kylie Ladd 0 for 1 from the foul line today, but an 80% free throw shooter for the season. 19 of 24 coming into today's game. And she can seemingly ice the game here with 2 free throws. First one is up, and it's short. Off the back iron and off. So SNU still with a chance here. Down 2 with 9 seconds to go. Ladd, second free throw up. Also no good. Oh, and Barry just tips the ball. And Perez grabbed the rebound. And SNU gets the timeout right before it would have been a jump ball situation. Very, very fortunate for SNU. Very interesting. Very, very interesting situation there with Adrian Berry just tipping the ball up instead of just grabbing it. And SNU very, very fortunate to come away with possession. They got the timeout and now have the ball down 2 after Ladd missed both free throws. So just 6.8 seconds to go. SNU ball, they will inbound in front of their bench. And who do you look for here if you're SNU? Freeman, Barry, Jones, Gillette, and Perez on the court for SNU now. Again, Coach Derek Dorris not opting to go with more shooting on the court. Instead, they're going to ride with what they have. Perez will inbound. Gets it to Jones, guarded by Ladd. Back to Perez. Perez, top of the key. Gillette with 2 seconds, hoists up a three, and it's an air ball, and that's the game. Arkansas Tech hangs on with some good defense to come out of there with a win, and a game effort from the Crimson Storm comes up just short. 85-83 is the final. The Golden Suns take it over SNU. A good effort there from SNU on the last play. Not quite the shot they were looking for. Maybe the situation they were looking for, but not the exact shot they were looking for. And Kennedy Gillette, the freshman, starting her first game, comes up just short. And SNU falls 85-83, snapping a 2-game win streak. We'll take a short break, and we will be back right after this with stats and reaction. Coach Derek Dorris. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the Sawyer Center, where we are wrapping up the final between the Golden Suns and the Crimson Storm. Arkansas Tech comes out with an 85-83 win over SNU. As you see, the two men's teams getting ready to go, about 15 minutes away from tip-off in that one. We'll have Coach Derek Doris of the women's team here with us in just a few minutes. But first, let's go over some stats from today's game. SNU shot just over 33% in the second half, and that is what did them in. Just 36 points in the second half after 47 in the first half. The key was a 31-16 spurt for Arkansas Tech in the third quarter, and SNU chipped away at the lead there in the fourth quarter, but were just unable to overcome that deficit that they dug for themselves at the end of the third quarter. SNU 12 of 33 in the second half, 1 of 10 from the three-point line, but they stayed in it thanks to an 11 of 16 performance from the foul line. Arkansas Tech out-rebounded SNU in the second half, 27-17, leading to 8 second-chance points and 11 offensive rebounds for Arkansas Tech in the second half. And that was a big key for the Golden Suns in their comeback effort today. Adrian Berry led SNU with 24 points, 8 of 15 from the field, 3 of 9 from three-point range, but those three makes all came in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game. She missed her last 6 from three. She was 5 of 10 from the foul line. Alexis Jones, 13 points, 12 assists. Abby Nihus, 10 points, 13 rebounds before fouling out there late in the fourth quarter. And Julia Schwacke with 12 points. Irene Perez had 8. Kennedy Gillette and Candace Freeman, 7 points. Gillette, in her first start of her career, also had 9 rebounds, but shot just 3 of 13 from the field. And Madeline Schrepfer rounded out the scoring with 2 points for SNU. For Arkansas Tech, 24 points for Jayana Sanders, 8 of 19 from the field, 4 of 6 from three-point range. She had 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Cheyenne North had a great all-around day today, 10 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. She did a great job facilitating the offense for Arkansas Tech and moving the ball around and doing the dirty work. Lyric Williams off the bench, 18 points, 14 rebounds. Her presence was especially felt in the second half. She finished 8 of 19 from the field. Kivanshe Stackhouse, 11 points. And Ryan Goodsell, 9 points, 6 rebounds for Arkansas Tech. J.C. Higgins, 6 points all in the first half. Ashley Breathitt came in early in the fourth quarter and had a layup, was fouled on that. And Kylie Ladd rounded out the scoring with 5 points. Arkansas Tech won the rebounding battle today, 48-43. Turnovers, not a huge deal in this one. It was more of the timeliness of them. Arkansas Tech with 18 turnovers, SNU with 19 turnovers. 24 points off turnovers for Arkansas Tech, 21 for SNU. SNU wins the battle in the paint, 42-40. Second chance points, 14-11 in favor of SNU. Biggest lead of the game for SNU is 15, 19-4 late in the first quarter. Arkansas Tech, of course, cut that lead it was able to take the lead in the second quarter. It was kind of a back-and-forth affair the rest of the way. Arkansas Tech did establish an 11-point lead early in the fourth quarter. SNU, again, able to chip away, got it down to as little as 1 with just seconds remaining in this one, but were unable to come all the way back and finish the deal. Again, your final from the Sawyer Center, Arkansas Tech 85, SNU 83. When we come back, we'll have SNU coach Derek Doris with us to break down the game, and then we will move on to the guys' game between the Wonder Boys of Arkansas Tech and the Crimson Storm of SNU. We will be right back after this short break.